by the GRIP program, which is the Gang Reduction Intervention Program. She's enrolled in the Honors Program, Distinguished Scholars, involved in Wilson's High School newspaper, which is called The Loudspeaker, currently the entertainment editor. She's historian for the speech and debate team at Wilson. She's president of Zygomas, I pronounce it okay, a club at Wilson High School that consists of the 25 most active girls in the senior class. They are actively involved in community school groups and organizations and taking challenging academic work. During her junior year, she was a vice president of her class, involved in 2 Wilson drama productions, publicity director for community service group at the school named Heart Bank, and she's the communications director of that club. Presently, she's got a 3.71 weighted GPA, is involved so that she can pursue in, journalism and communications at USC, NYU, or Chapman. And she has spare time. I don't know how that happens, but anyway, she enjoys playing guitar, listening to music, and writing in her spare time. So she's going to talk about what young women are thinking about and worried about.
Thank you, Jane. I had no idea that it sounded like that much until it was listed all in front of me like that. But I'm here to talk to you guys about what young women are interested in today. This summer, as you know already, I was involved with the Kids Talk Radio / GRIP program, in which we gathered a bunch of aspiring journalists from all over Long Beach to discuss how we could get people to stop joining gangs, and we used means of journalism to do so. But this particular meeting is here to discuss the many reasons or things that women are interested in today. And I know personally I have so many things on my mind. I think that finances are a huge thing that are on women's minds today. Not only because the economy is just so bad, but so many young people are affected by the economy. There's so many people whose parents are unemployed, and as a cause of that, they don't have any way of transportation or any money for school activities, such as prom and just fun stuff like that. But job opportunities, such as the summer internship with Kids Talk Radio, have affected me personally because I was able to pay so many things off personally from the paid internship. But I'm really glad that I got this opportunity with GRIP program, which also affects my future. I'm hoping to go to USC for communications and/or journalism because I'm really into talking, as you guys may have noticed. I love meeting new people, and I'm just very interested in that subject. But for the future, college is up there, USC, NYU, Chapman, and I'm sure that that's on the young minds of many people today, on many young people especially, as well as jobs, getting a job and actually finding a way to connect the major that you're majoring in to what you're gonna do. So many people are worried, like, how am I gonna get a job from majoring in English? That's just way too broad. So I'm sure many young people are affected by the future in college and, also moving out. Our generation is known for being very, how do I say this? Like, they don't really understand. It's just very hard to move out to, failure to launch syndrome, kind of, sort of, so to speak. But that's also on their minds because the economy also plays a big role in that, because if the economy is really bad, then they obviously have more reason to stay at home. But that also causes them to be very disappointed because they don't, they're not exactly as ahead of their life as they can. But that's very interesting that I find, is that my generation is finds it very hard to move out. Also, relationships are a huge thing that are on young people's minds, that boy or girl in that one class, and impressing your friends or your wannabe friends, your wannabe more than friends, and the possibility of even going steady. That also connects to marriage and kids and just growing up and living life, and it's very frightening for a young person today, especially young women. Education. For me personally, that has been one of the hardest things to deal with, because on top of everything that you do, education is number one. there's some kids that are very, very concerned with just getting all straight A's, and then there's some kids that are barely trying to pass their classes so that they can just graduate. So that's very important, is their education, and getting involved in honors programs, balancing schoolwork and activities. I have found it's very difficult to balance schoolwork and activities, but if you find a good sort of medium between the two, it's very simple when you get used to it. But education is a huge, huge, huge important role in moving on and growing up. Jobs to pay for all the finances in high school is one of the main things that young people are concerned about. I know personally friends of mine that are just barely getting jobs, and they need to pay for all their high school stuff, as well as getting experience and expertise, because experience and expertise is just one of the main things that you need to get a really good job. And what else do I have to talk about? Health. Pressure from the media to look a certain way that's affected everyone that I know and me personally, just so that we turn on the TV and we see something that they consider as beautiful, but it's not necessarily beautiful. There's so much pressure on young people to act that way or to look a certain way, and also opportunities as well as summer jobs like the GRIP program, as I mentioned many times before, internships, colleges, clubs at school, and just trying to follow your dreams, trying to go to your dream college and find your soulmate, possibly get your dream job, live your life to the fullest. And that's what Kids Talk Radio has done for me. It's provided a pathway to my dream job, which is being either a public relations manager or a communications manager, or anything that involves just journalism, writing, speaking, and just discussing new topics for today. And that's all I have to say, is that Kids Talk Radio has given me some great opportunities, and I hope to continue with it in the future.
All right, thanks. We'll move on to our next speaker.